Here at Invisible Zebra Network, we believe in balanced interviews. This is why we have invited virologist Paul Lacebo and the H5N1 virus, so they can tell us both sides of the story. Let's start with you, H5N1. That's an uncommon name. Where does it come from?
See this spike? It's called hemagglutinin. It's a key that I use to recognize and enter a cell. Very useful. There's like 18 types so far. I have number 5.
Hemagglutinin is also the primary target of the immune system's neutralizing antibodies.
Let me talk, man. This other one is neuraminidase. Once I transform a cell into a virus-building factory using my RNA as a template, the hemagglutinin key can become problematic because it gets stuck in every compatible lock. I use the neuraminidase to cleave it, so my children can escape and go infect other cells.
Antivirals such as influenza and Tamiflu target neuraminidase.
Yeah, that's really annoying. Where was I? Yeah, hemagglutinin type 5, neuraminidase type 1, or H5N1 for short. That's my name.
More generally, his species is influenza A. It is also classified as HPAI, or highly pathogenic avian influenza, which means that it kills more than 75% of the chickens it infects.
More than 75%, that's pretty high. But is it dangerous to humans?
Well, we had almost 900 cases in the last 20 years, and the case fatality rate is 52%, meaning that more than half of the cases ended in death.
Whoa, dude, that's totally wrong. They never test the workers, so the only cases they detect are the people who are already very sick or dying.
It's true that the CFR is probably much higher than the real infection fatality rate at this stage. The reality is that since influenza A tends to mutate a lot, it will be very hard to predict how dangerous it is. But if COVID taught us anything, it's that a virus with a very low fatality rate can still cause millions of deaths.
That's conspiracy talk. Why don't you tell them about cytokine storms?
Dr. Lacebo?
Some cytokines regulate our immune system. A cytokine storm is an excessive release of these proteins, which can cause multi-system organ failure and death.
Exactly, man. It's your immune system that kills you. I'm just peacefully multiplying exponentially, like nature intended.
But the cytokine's response is induced by viral proteins.
I see. Will there be a pandemic? Dr. Lacebo?
Considering that RNA viruses have a high mutation rate, and that influenza A doesn't have a corrective mechanism that prevents mutations like COVID did, it's really not a question of if, but when. It already infects so many species, some of them migrating all over the world, that it won't be possible to stop it. Our best chance is to monitor the situation and slow it down using vaccines.
Ha! If you think I'm afraid of your stupid seasonal flu vaccine, think again, man.
It's true that the seasonal flu vaccine won't protect against H5N1. It's not designed for that. But it will prevent co-infections, and we know that influenza viruses can recombine with other strains and exchange full segments of their genomes. Imagine if we end up with the fatality of H5N1 and the high transmissibility of seasonal flu. That could be catastrophic.
Whoa, you want to prevent me to meet my friends and exchange genetic material? Totally not cool, dude. A virus has needs, you know.
Is there anything that our viewers can do?
First of all, they should properly cook meat, especially poultry, and avoid raw milk.
No raw milk. What's next? Are you going to tell them they are not allowed to kiss dead birds they find in the wild? Don't let them control you. Kiss as many dead birds as you can.
It's also good to be prepared to avoid a panic that would stress the supply chain. I think it's reasonable to store enough food for 10 days, things that you would normally consume, that you buy on sale and replace regularly. Maybe also have a dozen N95 masks and learn how you can recycle and reuse them.
Some influencers recommend to buy antivirals such as Tamiflu in case there would be a shortage. Is that a good idea?
To be honest, I'm a little bit uncomfortable with that. I'd say, if you are vulnerable, talk about it with your doctor during your next visit. Personally, I recommend investing in your own health. That means eating healthy, exercising, and sleeping well. And of course, vaccinate.
Anything to add? H5N1?
Yeah, sure. Don't wash your hands, eat raw chicken, and kiss as many dead birds as you can.
Please, don't do that.